Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with this report claiming that Gerard Piqué told FC Barcelona president Laporta not to renew Messi, leading to a massive rift between the two players. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about this Chelsea legend, Gianfranco Zola. Of course, in a written interview, he reveals his admiration for Barca manager Xavi, saying that he loved him as a player and also loved him as a coach. We're also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barca! Barca! According to journalist Tony Joan Marti, Barcelona defender Gerard Piqué had a hand in Lionel Messi's departure from the club last year. The veteran centre-back reportedly told club president Joan Laporta not to renew the Argentine superstar when his contract had run out, leading to his exit. Messi's move to PSG from Barcelona came as a huge shock to the footballing world, as he had spent his entire career at the Catalan outfit and looked set to finish as a one-club man. But the Blaugrana found themselves in an unsavory financial situation last summer, due to which they could not renew Messi's contract. Doing so would have seen them breach La Liga's financial fair play rules, while also struggling to register any new players. Eventually, President Laporta was forced to bid goodbye to the club's most successful player of all time. Now, it is being claimed that Piqué had played a role in the move, as he told the club supremo to not renew Messi, given the club's delicate economic situation. It has reportedly led to a massive rift between the two players who were once pivotal parts of the all-conquering Barcelona team under Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique. Messi's contract with PSG expires in 2023, and the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner has been tipped to return to Spotify Camp Nou as a free agent. However, some reports have suggested that Lionel Messi might not return as long as Piqué still remains at the club. The veteran defender himself is staring at an uncertain future beyond the ongoing season. Piqué has fallen down the pecking order at Barca this season, becoming the 5th choice centre-back. However, recent injury woes have brought him back into the spotlight. Despite that, question marks remain over his continuity at the club beyond the current campaign. As per the report, Barcelona can terminate Piqué's contract unilaterally if he does not play at least 35% of the club's matches this season. At the moment, the chances for the former Spain star meeting those requirements look bleak, so there could be a possibility that he ends up leaving next year, which could pave the way for Messi's return. Piqué is currently the highest earning player at Barcelona, and his exit would free up a large chunk of the salary mass for the club. However, they will have to deal with the matter of his deferred wages from the past seasons. Messi and Piqué's relationship have never been the same again since Messi left the club in such a disappointing fashion last year, and there were a lot of reports saying that Piqué had a hand in the exit of Messi. Now as we get from this report saying that Piqué himself told the president Laporta that he should not renew Messi because the club's financial health was in jeopardy. It was risky, and Laporta accepted not to renew the contract. Whereas when we quite remember when Messi left, multiple reports were saying that Piqué, who was refusing to reduce his salary when the club was asking some senior players to do so because they wanted to extend Messi's contract, Piqué refused. Piqué did not abide to that idea of pay cut. But immediately as Messi left the club, when Barca signed players like Depay, Eric Garcia, Piqué then accepted that he would take a pay cut. So they were saying that Messi was so mad, was not happy at all with that kind of decision by Piqué, when a club needed players to take pay cuts so that Messi can stay, Pique did not. But when Messi immediately left the club, Pique accepted to take pay cuts. So that was one of the other stories that reports brought last year about that. So it is true, definitely, that these two players are not in good terms, you know. So some reports even said earlier this week that Messi would not like to come to Barca as far as Pique is still in that team. We know Pique's contract expires in 2024, and let's see, now that Pique plays very few games, we have also been getting reports that Barca can still unilaterally terminate his contract, by the end of the season, 2023. So let's see how it goes for the two players. If in case Messi comes, that Pique is there, it will be somehow surprising, right? But let's see. But if Pique leaves before his contract expires, then Messi arrives at the club, then it is not just a coincidence. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, speaking to Marca, former Chelsea superstar Gianfranco Zola has admitted that he admires Barcelona manager Xavi Hernandez greatly. The former Italian international spoke to the Spanish publication ahead of Barcelona's UEFA Champions League clash against Serie A heavyweight Inter Milan. And Zola, while talking about how the match will be exciting, went on to admit that he loves Xavi as a player and now as a coach. He said, "It will be a great match. Inter, great team that needs to do well again in the Champions League, and Barcelona has a young team that is growing as a team, and the addition of veterans like Lewandowski," Zola said about the game. "And then there is Xavi. I loved him as a player and I now love him as a coach too," he added, talking about the Barca manager. Zola, who spent 6 years at Chelsea as a player and then another year as an assistant manager between 2018 and 2019, was asking to name the three players that are surprising the most in recent years, and the former Italian international named Barcelona prodigy Pedri as one of those three, alongside Chelsea's Mason Mount and Phil Foden of Man City. He said, "There are players who come very strong. I'm impressed with Chelsea's Mason Mount, how he's grown. I also love Phil Foden, and of the Spaniards, Pedri is one of them, apart from from many others," Zola said. Xavi took over the reins at the club as manager in November last year and has done a sterling job so far. The team finished second in La Liga last season, which has no mean feat considering that a top four spot was looking unlikely when he took over. Building on that, Xavi Hernandez has taken Barca to the top of La Liga table this season, having not lost a single league game so far, winning 6 and drawing 1. He will now hope to replicate that record in the Champions League, where he has just 1 win in 4 games since taking over last year. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.